Guess who forgot to silence their phone? Welcome, everybody, to the Infernal Brotherhood of the Scruffy Looking Nerf Herders. This is a live YouTube vidcast by Star Wars fans and for Star Wars fans. That means you.
Yeah.
And today we're going to be continuing our episodic review of The Bad Batch with Season 1, Episode 14, War-Mantle.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit! We got a good episode.
Took a long time.
It only took 14 episodes.
Long time getting here, but I was very, very happy the whole way through this.
Dude, I was nervous because you were so excited about it. I'm like, what if it sucks, though?
What if
that whole
he doesn't know what he's fucking talking about?
Well, because we've had that before where it's
Yeah.
like one of us gets excited about the episode and then we start talking about it and realize, oh, maybe that wasn't that good.
That might happen tonight. I mean, anything.
I don't know. My bitch fit list is pretty short, so
Yeah.
I think we might be good.
All right. Well, this was directed by Stuart Lee. It was written by Damani Johnson, I think is how it's pronounced. Released July 30th, last Friday, on Disney Plus. Let's do a walkthrough. What do we got?
All right, so starts off with Rex reaching out to the Bad Batch, which that was pretty fun.
That was awesome. Yeah.
It's like, hey, shit, I can't really talk, but I need you guys to go do this for me. And of course, they're like, oh, I don't know if we can do this. Come on, you owe me. And, you know, Omega, of course, the voice of reason, is like, but we gotta help. But what about bills and shit? We need to eat and have fuel, but we need to help people too. So of course they go to help people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll just ignore that. Like, luckily she's not too heavy in this episode, which that's always my problem. It's just
Right.
we don't need a moral compass. They broke away from the Empire. We already know what side they're on.
Mm-hmm.
So that was.
Yeah, I mean that opening made me really wonder what the hell Rex is doing.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on with him? Is he's got to be going through his own, problems, just like the Bad Batch are.
Oh, of course.
I don't know.
Yeah, I got the whole Maz Kanata thing, where she's like, she's got a jetpack and shit. It's like, I want to see that more than I want to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah, I'm with you there.
But yeah, so he passes along the signal, like where the dude's coming from. They're like, I don't know where he is. This is the last transmission I got. Go find him. He's one of the good ones.
Yep.
So they figure it out. They land at the place and can't figure out, oh, where is everybody? And then of course Rambo is like, oh, this is clearly, yes, this is dirt. There was a ship here. He must be this way.
Yeah.
It
seems really like soup. I'm having a hard time focusing because I just got an email from something else, and so I'm sorry for.
Oh no, you're good.
For getting distracted. I was a little bit frustrated because initially I thought that was Rex being chased down because they all fucking look alike. They're all clones.
Yeah, so, you could tell it wasn't him though, because well, I mean, if you're a fucking loser like me, you know that he's a stripped down Republic commando. Like that's why he's got the deep V.
I didn't even realize.
That's the first thing I noticed. I'm like, oh my god, there's commandos in this. There's commandos in this. Yeah, I think that's why I was so excited.
Yeah. I love the reveal of it's like every Imperial base is always like sunken into a rock formation of some kind. When I first saw that hole, I was like, is this the Death Star? Like, is it like, I was really starting to think like, wait a second, are they like giving us some weird, crazy reveal? Like this is the very beginnings of what would eventually be Starkiller Base or something, because I wasn't paying attention to planet names or anything.
That's fair.
I was just like, they've got to be teasing something. It ended up being teasing the Commandos and the connection with Rebels later on. But yeah, initially I was like, my mind was going a mile a minute trying to make the connection with what the hell was going on. It was wild.
Yeah, I just I look at it like, I mean, that's their MO. They know how to fucking repurpose like a volcano or a cave. So yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so of course then they show up and they realize, oh fuck, this isn't just like a quick, easy rescue mission. We have to infiltrate an Imperial base.
Yeah.
And that's when we get to see some more concept armor. Like that was, I think, and we'll get to it, of course, but I think that was probably one of my favorite parts. It's like, I absolutely love, with the exception of Rebels with the Imperial cadets. Those are stupid as fuck.
Right.
But everything else I have been pleasantly pleased with. Like just seeing those classic concept art helmets, they're fucking beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, this show really excels with its art direction. I mean, you know, story aside, the music is always great. Visually, it's a really good looking show. So you know, we got to give props there, and especially since they're calling on these really early connective tissues like the McQuarrie artwork. That just pulls those of fans like us into this. You know.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
Captain Jack says he's ready for the rest of Delta Squad. So am I, man. Do you think that's? I don't want to stop at the review itself. Do you think that's where this is going? Like the Bad Batch will ultimately be putting together the Delta Squad for Rebels to then pick up later?
I mean, it would make sense.
Is that too A to B to C for you as a viewer?
Nah. Well, especially, I mean, that's the whole point of these shows is to interlink the other series. And without stepping on feet. So it would make sense that would be the case. I mean, especially with meeting up with like other clone troopers and stuff. Like that's where it's got to end. At least that's kind of what I thought from the beginning. Like if these guys don't die, that's what's going to happen.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, once I really loved the reaction that Hunter gave. He was like, all right, well, let's go. We can't do this.
Yeah, that was pretty damn funny.
Like it makes sense. Why would you storm a facility? You don't know where the guy is in there. You don't know anything about this facility.
Well, they don't even know if he's still alive.
Yeah, like they're trained soldiers that know when it's just a little bit too rough. And I didn't appreciate the moment, I can't remember the guy's name, when he was like, look, you guys went against all odds to get me. Yeah, but they had Anakin Skywalker with them. Like a huge difference. They had a Jedi with them.
Just a little bit.
It's not an apples to apples comparison here. It's crazy. It's like you guys forget that part of it.
Right.
It's kind of weird. And the fact that not everyone was with them. You know, they left the girl on the Omega on the ship.
Yeah, Omega and Wrecker.
And Wrecker, of all people to leave on the ship, the heavy you would want with you.
Right. Yeah, especially like because they knew they were in for something.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they didn't think it was going to be an Imperial base, but like, he's your fucking battering ram.
Yeah.
If anybody, like, you leave Tech or Echo. Like, Echo's useful. Tech is just kind of there to say smart words and look smart.
Yeah.
He rarely does shit.
Yeah. I did like that there was a little bit of, back and forth, and, it did feel like there's this. And dissension amongst the ranks is too heavy of a reference, but it's the only one that's coming to mind. It's just this idea of them kicking back a little bit, pushing back on Hunters, like, just like, well, we can't do this, period. Like, we got to move on. And they're like, okay, look, let's do a little digging first. Let's see if we can. It almost felt like they didn't realize the gravity of what they were asked to do, even when they're staring it right in the face. It didn't make any sense because even though this is the vein of Star Wars is the underdog against this wildly oppressive force that there's no way they could ever win against, and yet they do. That's what Star Wars has always been, so why wouldn't that be the case in this? It's still so daunting to think that this team could do what they just went in and did. The only way it could have been done was the way it ended up in this show. And I was so glad, I don't want to jump ahead to that yet, but just to say that you and I have been complaining for 14 episodes that there's no goddamn consequences in this show. And we got consequences right off the bat. Like, oh, it was so good.
So goddamn good. And my thing with this, like, just even through the opening chase scene, like, this feels like the fucking Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Like, and this doesn't feel like Clone Wars Season 1, Season 2. Like, this feels like in the deep, dirty part of the Clone Wars.
Yeah, the good stuff.
Like, this felt like a real fucking episode. So, so good.
Yeah. Captain Jack, I totally agree with you. Omega is definitely grating on my nerves as well.
Yeah,
with her wanting to save everyone. It's just naive.
It's
pure naivety.
Stay at the bar, eat your fucking popcorn, and shut up.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
Daddy's working, Omega.
Right? She shouldn't have won that goddamn game. If Bandana would have won that damn game,
yeah,
she'd be staying home still.
See, this is why I never give my kids any sense of reinforcing words or help or anything. You got to keep them down.
Mm-hmm.
Always aim low as a parent.
Hey, you do that, and then they turn out like this.
Oh man, the infiltration phase of this was beautiful. It was so wonderful. It reminded me of so many different sequences in Mandalorian and OG Star Wars. Like it was just so great seeing them just breaking in, getting the intel they need, going down, finding the Princess Leia, and trying to get her out.
What it was.
It was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Without being so overly, playing the same scene we've already seen before. Like it was different enough that it felt like we deserved to see this, and it wasn't this tip into the cap of, oh hey nostalgia people.
Yeah, no, it was great. And then I mean, we kind of get it a little bit because as soon as they release the commando, I forget what his name is, Gregor or whatever.
Yeah.
Like that dude's just wise ass as all hell. Like that's a perfect Leia ripoff. He's just one after the other making smart comments and shit. Funny guy. And then, of course, as they're trying to break out and stuff, he's like, oh, well, who the fuck do you think trained him? Like, I can get you guys out of here. I didn't train him everything, so don't worry, blah, blah, blah.
I think that is...
He was a great character.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't like so much weight being pushed on that as the explanation why Stormtroopers suck. Well, we just didn't teach him all of our tricks of the trade. Give me a break.
I can believe it. I guess.
What tricks are you not teaching them in combat scenarios? To aim? Like, apparently that's the one thing. And so every single Star Wars reviewer after seeing this are like, well, it all makes sense now. This is why Stormtroopers suck. Shut up, you fucking
It was an offhanded fucking comment. That's it. Like,
but people are making much ado about it. It's funny.
Well, and they're all idiots. It's an offhanded comment. Like, of course he's going to be superior to his fledglings. Like, duh.
Yeah.
He's always going to have that. Whatever. And the problem is, the reason they can't aim, they're shooting like this, and there's a fucking scope right here. That's why Stormtroopers suck.
Yeah, they don't understand line of sight very well. To line up your sight picture.
Okay, so that is one thing I will bitch about. I mean, I had a couple of things.
Yeah.
When the hell did stun bolts become directional?
Yeah, it was just legs or it was just an arm. Or like, what?
Yeah, it's never, ever, ever in a million years been like that.
Yeah.
Like, even on a low setting, it's still going to attack the nervous system.
Yeah.
It's just like an ion bomb. Like, it affects an entire system. It doesn't just go boop and oh no, now I don't have a cannon. That's not how it works. So I thought that was a little weird.
Yeah, I did too. I got a Jar Jar Binks vibe of him getting his lips stuck between the power connector. Like, blah, 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 blah. I was like, what the fuck is happening? He should be on the ground right now.
Yeah. It's like, I don't give a shit how much training you got. You get hit with one of those, you're going to drop.
Yeah.
And it shows in the episode. Because, of course, the Bad Batch can't kill people.
Yeah.
Except for Wrecker. I did notice that. Like, Wrecker did not have stun bolts going. He was blasting motherfuckers.
Oh, nice. Okay. I didn't pick up. No, you're right. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because, of course, the escape ends with them being like, hey, fuck, we're stuck. Hurry up, Omega and Wrecker. Get over here and save our asses. And that was cool. Like, total fugitive moments. I mean, there's no, like, water and stuff, but that is a fugitive moment if I've ever seen one.
Yeah.
Where they're right at the end and like, oh, fuck, well, shit, we're stuck.
So Jack is saying they were only affecting the commandos. That's why he believes that they could take it better because of their armor. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't buy it because...
I mean, as viewers, we can have whatever headcanon we want. And as long as, we're okay with it, then it's all good.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. Like... I guess I'd have to look more into like the commando shit, but it seems like it would still affect everybody the same, especially because when he was getting blasted, he wasn't in full armor.
Right.
Like you would think that it would affect the rest of the shit that's not covered, but whatever, who knows?
Yeah. Well, I will say that this the escape attempt with the ship coming down and them trying to get everyone across, but they were being attacked so quickly by everyone on the ground in the base, and then all of a sudden you had the new starfighters coming in to attack them. I played Star Wars Saga Edition role-playing game for a few years, and that was like every single session. It was never a simple, let's go pick someone up. It was always like, oh shit, they're scrambling. We need to go back and try to get you later. Just hang in tight right there. It just felt so real versus, what seems to be the case in every other case where they just jump on the ship, they go away, and they're all safe, and everyone's happy. I just loved that it was so difficult to get everyone together and to rescue each and every single one of them. It really felt like it was, it really felt like it was earned, and I just appreciate that so much because it doesn't happen like that all the time, and I don't know why. That should be the case every time. It should always be difficult.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah,
and it definitely proved it this time because everybody escapes except for Bandana.
Yeah, and I want to go back to a comment that Jack is saying here because he says that he thinks that Omega is going to grow from this and realize that they can't save everyone anymore. And I think this is required for her to grow. She needs to understand the consequences of the decisions that she's forcing this team to make, the gravity of those decisions. Because she's in this world of, hey, I just barely, walked outside into the real world and we've won at everything. And even when we're in trouble, we come up on top because we're the bad batch and we're the best. She needs to see someone die or someone suffer in order to really realize that, oh, we are vulnerable. Like, we are not immortal. There's consequences.
And I desperately hope that's where this goes with her.
Yeah, me too. Let's go back to Camino because...
Yeah, I know. We totally glossed over a huge fucking aspect.
Yeah. Like, I was surprised that... what was it? It was Nella Saw. He was trying to get everyone to... he was trying to get Lamassu to collect whatever and escape. Knowing that the Empire was, just pretty much buckling down and gonna, take them all out. I feel like he should have known this for a while.
Right.
I feel like his alluded to death. I assumed he got killed, but I don't know. Is that your takeaway too?
Well, yeah. I mean, he gets locked up in a room with 2 stormtroopers.
I mean, they could be having a tickle fight, but
that's true.
You never know.
Well, we don't know Camino and anatomy. Maybe tickles are like choking him to death. Don't know.
We need to torture him. Tickle him. I don't want to tickle him. You tickle him. Look, I'm the commander. You go tickle him. Yeah, I could see that fight.
We're just gonna say that's how it plays out.
So this is another one of those moments where I'm like, oh, okay, they're leading a little heavily into connecting it here because the way I interpreted the end of that scene when they took Lamassu away was that she was going to go into a new cloning program, which ultimately is going to lead into Mandalorian, which ultimately is going to lead into the Emperor. Yeah. And I don't always want these A to B to C things, like,
yeah, you don't need to tie everything up.
It just kind of bugs me because I do feel like there's this connection with the empathy that the cloner who had Grogu in season 1 of Mandalorian, he was like, I would never hurt it. I'm trying my best to keep it alive. Like that guy, the empathy that he had, I feel like he got that from Lamassu. And so there's this because she had total empathy for Omega, and for all the clones, trying to make sure that they, felt like they were individuals or, that they had a purpose and not just, you're a clone, go out and die for me. So I don't know. I just don't need that. I don't see a benefit to that. And I guess, as far as like this galactic view of it, I don't even think they're the only cloners out there. So I don't know why you would need to lead that, that one pathway throughout the entire galaxy. I feel like there could be tons of civilizations that do clone work. Yeah. And I don't know. I thought it was too simple. And especially with so many connective tissues that they're adding into this show with the Delta Squad, for example, and now with the cloning. And yet we have Omega, who is not in anything else.
Mm-hmm.
So where are we going with that? Is she going to be popping up in season 3 of The Mandalorian? Like, are they going to try to make her, just like Ahsoka Tano disappeared after Clone Wars, and then all of a sudden she is like this super badass adult, sort of non-Jedi Jedi in Rebels.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to see the same thing with Omega? I mean, if they're trying to do the A to B to C for everything, in this whole galaxy, why would they introduce a character and not do the same thing with her?
Right. Well, and it would suck too, because I mean, of course, we haven't seen the rest of the season or next season, but like with Ahsoka, it was earned.
Yeah.
Like, she proved herself. She was an annoying child in the beginning, and then at the end of the fucking Clone Wars, you're like, fuck, she's awesome.
Yeah.
And then just, furthering with Rebels and obviously The Mandalorian, we all had a heart attack over.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're going to see her again in something.
Yeah.
She's going to be back. And it may just be in the next season or something, but I don't think they're going to kill her off. I don't think Filoni is going to make a character and then just execute her in, the next season or something.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that'd be
interesting.
That'd be lazy.
And I am hoping I get a turn the corner on her like I did Ahsoka,
mm-hmm.
because I love Ahsoka now.
Yeah, like I want them to do that.
Yeah,
I dare them to do that
for real. All right. Well, as far as like the story beats, is there anything else we need to talk about before we go into our most and least favorite moments?
I mean, really, about the only thing we missed is with Hunter not being able to escape, getting captured, and then Crossfire, whatever his fucking name is, taunts him at the end of the episode, and then that's it. So
all of you.
It's just like it's leading up to the finale, and it feels like, hey, we're progressing the story. So, yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's strange to me that the Wikipedia only goes up to episode 14, this episode, and it doesn't go after. But I swear there was more episodes. So
yeah, there are. Like,
is there one this Friday?
You say 16. First thing I saw said 18. So it's like, I don't know.
I have no idea what's going to happen. Are we going to take a break for a bit before they come back with them? Or
I would be somewhat disappointed if that was the finale. I mean, it would make sense that would be the finale because he's caught. But it's like, to no fanfare, here's the end of the season. It's like,
yeah, I'd be disappointed too. So here's hope and fingers crossed that there's more before we end this, because this was a really good episode. So let's talk about your favorite moments.
So favorite moment, like I said, in a whole, like, just this felt more like the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Like, down to just how dark it was, how gritty it was. There were actual stakes. Like, I loved that. Mm-hmm. And then, again, seeing Wrecker actually blast people, because up until now, aside from like during the initial escape, like, they've only been tasing everybody because whatever, they're the good guys now. So seeing that was fantastic, and plus we got to watch a commando die.
Yeah,
like, there was some actual serious shit happening.
Yeah,
so, love that.
I mean, my favorite moment was definitely that escape of them trying to jump onto the ship while you had the starfighters being scrambled to attack them, and then Hunter falls, and I thought he fell a little too far to survive, personally.
Yeah,
the way it showed, I was just like, I don't know if you would have a broken limb or something.
At least a twisted ankle, I would imagine.
But it always seems like in any cartoon, you hit a couple branches, you're fine.
Yeah, it takes all the momentum.
Yeah. Gravity's nothing when you got a spruce limb on your way down.
That's true.
Yeah, that was a little like, huh? But other than that, I loved the fact that he was just like, no, I can't. If you come down here to get me, you're going to die. So just, we'll figure something out later. Like, I'm caught. I'm game. Because, like, again, in every game I've ever played, role-playing game for Star Wars, and I've been playing them for years since I was a kid, no one's ever given up. No one's ever like, okay, we've been beat this time. Let's just let's surrender for now and then find our way. It's always like, we're going to go to the end, fuck it until we die. I mean, it's always like that. So it's refreshing to see a character come to terms with the moment.
Yeah.
And to see it in a cartoon was pretty cool too. What was your least favorite moment?
Least favorite? I mean, And it's stupid, but that blast bolt really bothered me. Let me find the other thing.
The limb.
Yeah, it was just like, yeah, I guess really that was about it.
Yeah.
It just, yeah, that still stuck with me. Annoying as hell. Like he should have been down. If it was gonna hit him, it should have hit him. But whatever. That's a pretty minor bitch fit.
Yeah, that bugged me. It was that super long fall that was my least favorite. That was just so. I mean, it's a cartoon, so it's all and it's space stuff, so it's all unrealistic. But that was just a little bit too far for me.
Well, I mean, we don't know what their gravitational pull is, so I mean, maybe that's normal.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Jack is saying if he could fall that far, why didn't they just jump off the ledge?
Right?
Yeah. Just do a superhero landing with one knee down, and you're good.
Yeah, that's all he did anyways. Yeah. Fuck. Didn't even think about it.
It kind of reminded me of a scene in The Revenant when he's being chased by all of the natives, and he just goes over the edge with his horse, and you just see him falling down, hitting tree branches and stuff all the way down. Pretty cool. Anyway, did you see that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
It. No.
You never seen The Revenant?
No.
Oh, man. Okay, well, you got to see it. Put it on the list. It's totally worth it. It's a great show. Anyway, hopes for the future, because, again, we don't know how many episodes are left. If there's episodes left, I have no reference, so I don't know what's going to happen from here. What do you want to see happen?
Anything.
Keep it going.
Because the thing is, like, this was a great episode. Like, keep this momentum.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, like, I don't even know where the fuck I saw it. But originally when I saw the episode list, it was supposed to be 18. So that's what I'm hoping for, because we didn't get a penultimate episode.
Right.
Like, if this was the finale, but nothing leading up to the finale, it just seems like the death at the end of Idle Hands. You know, the hand just goes boop.
Yeah.
And I'd be disappointed. So
Obscure
I hope there's
reference.
more episodes.
Fucking Idle Hands.
I love Idle Hands.
90s horror reference.
Yeah.
All right.
That's still one of the greatest ways to explain a death, being disappointing.
Yeah. No, you're right. I want to. I don't need the connective tissue with the rest of the canon world. I want to understand what the deal is with Omega. Like, I just don't understand. Her being an original clone like Boba is not good enough for me. I need to know why she's so special, why these guys are making such much ado about nothing over her. Why? It doesn't, it's just not good enough to me.
No.
The explanation that we have so far. So I need a little bit more.
Well, and it's like, I get it with the Kamino or whatever, the fucking cloners. Like, I understand her importance to them because that's, direct lineage, so they can start a new batch. So I understand why she's important to them. But for everybody else, it's like she's just a little girl that's fucking bossy.
Yeah. All right. Well, anything else you wanted to touch on this episode?
I think we should be good.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in and sharing your ideas. You want to see Wolf, Gregor, and Rex get to that desert planet. Yeah, with the Delta Squad, that desert planet, is that what you're talking about? That'd be kind of cool. That always reminded me a little bit of Howl's Moving Castle when we saw
Definitely.
them. Right?
It totally did. Yeah.
Okay. Glad I'm not the only one. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching our review and, waxing a little Star Wars with us this evening. We really appreciate your time and attention. Of course, if you like what you see, or even if you don't, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it. And I don't know, maybe we can have some more wonderful, brilliant conversations waxing on about Star Wars in the future. It'll be fun. Until the Infernal Brotherhood convenes again, may the Force be with you.
Insubordinate plebes. Oh my God, I can't talk today. Jesus Christ. Just hit the credits. God. I made it out a little bit before the show.